Our next challenge quarter-final then, and it is a South American derby between Colombia and Brazil. Two teams on the losing end yesterday on day one. Colombia in their first ever World Cup match going down against New Zealand, and Brazil put up quite the fight against Ireland for the first half, but just outplayed in the second half to lose out against the Irish. But they're here today, a place in the challenge semi-final up for grabs. They go head-to-head, and there are the starting teams. Plenty of experience on the Brazilian side. Silva, top try scorer. Luisa Campos, the captain. Talia da Silva Costa as well. Pocket rocket, keep an eye out for her. Colombians, well, just the one try yesterday against New Zealand on their tournament debut. Let's see how they go against Brazil. So out they come for the first time today then, as I mentioned, the South American derby affair. Colombia against Brazil. Two teams looking for their first victory of the weekend. Philip Atucciat. Brazil will be favourites after their recent meeting, but Colombia showed patches against New Zealand yesterday.
Patches, I mean, come on, they scored against New Zealand. How amazing. There are many teams on the World Series. They have to play multiple times against New Zealand before they get their name on the scoreboard. So absolute credit to them. Yeah, you do have to say Brazil have definitely got the more experience. They're double Olympians. They play on the World Series. But hey, Colombia have been surprising left, right and centre. Their 15s team nearly qualified for the Rugby 15s World Cup. Nearly qualified for the Sevens World Series, so they're knocking on the door. This is a big tournament for them.
It is, and a big match as well against Brazil. Can they topple the South American favourites at least with what would be an upset here? As you mentioned, there's experience in the Brazilian side, led by their coach William Broderick, and looking to advance to the challenge semi-final. Referee Equifano from Spain gets us underway then. First setting today for both teams, and Colombia, well, first mistake. Can Brazil pounce on this one? After it there was Lopez de Souza. Ball's gone loose, an awkward one for Colombia to pick off the ground there. Valentina Alvarez did well, but they're playing behind their own try line. That's probably the only option to relieve the pressure early on. Will that find touch? Just stays in field. First touch for Bianca Silva. Top try scorer for Brazil. No room to work with here though. Tries defend, and it's going to touch on that far side. Colombia, a nervy start. Pip.
Yeah, a bit of a nervy start. You just saw one of the players there losing their footing, which led to the spilt ball, and that is the absolute hardest place to try and play out for when you're in your dead ball area as a Sevens team. And it was the right idea to put the boot to the ball, but just unlucky bounce. It sort of bounced back in on itself to keep it alive. Still pressure on Colombia to try and get out of their 22.
Camila Lopera, the only player with Sevens experience in the Colombian squad from 2016 back in Atlanta, but Colombia have lost that line out. It's there for Brazil. It's another mistake. No advantage coming first knock on against the Colombians. Brazil with a decent attacking scrum.
Yeah, really good pressure from them. You have to edge them now. They've got this set piece in the 22. Big defensive push now from Colombia. They don't shy from their tackles. They will front up. Sometimes they can get disconnected. It's all about communication. So let's see if they can stay together for this.
Ball in the hands of the Brazilian captain, Luisa Campos. Feeds the scrum. Clean ball to work with. Out it goes to Bianca Silva. Another error, but no advantage coming from offside against Colombia. Too eager to make those first-time tackles, and Brazil have a penalty.
Stay at 10. Go to the 5 line. Go back, please. Go back.
Fioravanti Costa just directing the troops. So there's options both sides here. Split on the left-hand side they go. Out it goes to Campos, the captain. Campos trying to get the offload away. She does so. Talia da Silva Costa, 5 metres from the line. Where's that ball? Penalty Colombia. They have weathered the early storm and they get on with it. Quick tap and go. Well inside their 22. Out it goes into the arms of Laura Meja. And across to Alvarez. Brazil still keeping them contained inside the 22 where they've been for the entire game so far. Can they get out and relieve a bit of pressure? Here's Azuaga. Still going, Azuaga. Good tackle there by Campos. And now Colombia
offside,
relieve a little bit of pressure. Brazil offside. Advantage being played. Nice straight line up the middle towards the 10 metre. No advantage coming.
Offside.
Well, Brazil shipped 2 early tries against Ireland, if you remember, yesterday before levelling the match. If Colombia can get inside their half here. I think they're going to go up the line here, but that has been a very solid defensive effort from the Colombians.
Yeah, a really savvy play there. I don't know if you noticed, but the link player, as soon as she heard that she had penalty advantage, she backed herself and tried to bust through. So it's almost like a free play that you see in the 15s game, and you quite see a cross-field kick. When you hear that in sevens, it is literally a free range to just go and try and back yourself.
Get in, please.
So they have a line out here. Camila Lopera, the captain, to throw. Nice take. Ball off the top to use again from Tapias. Out it goes. Brazil having to defend here. Nice wrap as well from the captain Lopera. Wide to Juliana Soto. Good tackle to put her down. Colombia still have possession though. Just over halfway. Nice dummy. Sold up the river. Tapias. Support and then taken illegally from Brazil. It's another penalty conceded. And the referee's going to have a word with them here.
White, please. Discipline. Okay? Discipline. We are doing too much penalties, okay? Thank you.
It's the right call from the referee. That's penalty their fourth penalty that I can count in quick succession. Okay. Luisa Campos pleading their innocence there, but it's not going to work. And Colombia with a real chance here to open the scoring.
Yeah, they're really taking their opportunities, aren't they? That has been an Achilles heel for Brazil, their discipline. They tend to compound the errors. When you see one or two penalties going, you know there's going to be a couple more.
So Colombia,
one step.
Line out inside Brazil's 22. Brazil 13th in the last two Rugby World Cups in 2018 and 2013. They want to better that position, but they've got to win this match to do so. Ball off the top again from Colombia. Nice hands from Arzuaga to get it away. Here's the wrap. Just drifting slightly on the outside. Brazil pretty comfortable defending at the moment. Lopera waiting for it. The captain with her hands on it, but it's another penalty. We could see a card here. Lopera, quick tap and go. Out it goes. Trying to get the ball to hand. It went forward. An advantage being played now to Brazil. Here's Furtado. Space on this blind side. It's a 3-on-2. If they can get the ball, the dummy, beautiful. And the burst of acceleration. Don't think anyone's going to catch her. Sprinting all the way to Souza is going to get there for Brazil. Colombians give chase, but Brazil's first real attack results in a try, and they hit the front.
That is the absolute killer blow for Colombia. When they've edged their way up, they work so hard, pressure on, pushing Brazil back, and then for Brazil to turn so quickly a defense into an attacking opportunity. Lovely little gliding run there, just slicing through, a bit of a disconnect in that defense. That's such a hard try to take.
Well, there you go. In sevens, you cannot switch off even for a moment. Souza touching down. Conversion is going to go to the right and wide, so 5 points to nil. Brazil against the run of play, it has to be said, take the lead. Still a minute to go in the second half.
Oh, Colombia are going to be absolutely kicking themselves. They'd shortened Brazilian defensive line. They just needed to get that one extra pass away and they would have been in. How quickly tides can turn in sevens.
There you go. Colombia haven't missed a single tackle in the game, 100%, but that one just too much pace really for the defenders. Caught on the blind side, the short side as they say, and you saw the result of that. De Souza sprinting clear. Can they answer back here? 30 seconds at the end of the first half. Bit of room on this right hand side. If they get the ball wide, a long looping pass, and that's gone forward. They pounce on it, but it was a penalty. Referee reaching for his pocket here. It's a yellow card. Well, you felt that was coming, Philippa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quick tap. Colombia trying to take advantage of the extra player here. 7-on-6 for the time being. Where's this one going to bounce? Into the safe arms of the waiting Gabriel Lima. Just over halfway. Substitute off the bench in the first half for Brazil, but they're down a player, don't forget. Tempting to go wide here. Lopez de Souza, the try scorer. Ball on the ground for Da Silva Costa. She goes right. Chance here to stretch those legs. Gabriela Lima off the bench and onto the try scoring sheet. Superb run down the blind side. Brazil have their second try.
Such a hard blow there for Colombia. They would have felt they had that edge, they had that extra player. But this is the difference between a team that is very much building and learning and a team like Brazil that may not be in the best form, but they've still got that savvy sevens mindset. Absolutely huge. 2 tries clear for the end of the first half.
So there you go, second try of the game, the conversion no problem either. And the result of all that is that Brazil lead Colombia at the halftime break by 2 tries and 12 points to 0. So, well, you've got to be happy with that against the run of play. Lost out on the possession stats machine, but it doesn't matter because they got 2 tries on the board.
Yeah, certainly the little opportunities that they've had, they've been clinical with them. How much do we talk about that in sevens? It doesn't matter how much possession you have. It's what you convert it into the points on the board. Colombia should be proud. There's certainly plenty to learn from that first half. They created opportunities. It's just having that composure, maybe taking a step back, not playing right on the front of the game line to be able to get that ball to the edge.
Meanwhile, Colombia, well, I wonder what Sebastian Mejia can say really to get his team up after that. They're right in this game. You have opportunities, a couple of lineouts from penalties and ill-discipline by the Brazilians. Only 2 tries in it. To score first, crucial first score required in the second half to put themselves back in it. Final words in the Brazilian huddle then as they come back out for the second half. Don't forget, against Ireland yesterday, Brazil did not score a single point against Ireland. Can they change that in the second half? So, second half about to get underway then. 12 points to 0. The Brazilians with 2 tries on the board, and Colombia, crucial, as we said, Philip touched it, that they score first in the second half. Yeah,
now they've got this restart here. The key is to get some height on it and to try and challenge. They're desperately going to want to get this ball back.
Brazil still down to 6 players, don't forget, with a player in the bin. Colombia looking to get first blood here, and beautiful take from the restart. Chance opportunity, 7 against 6. Got to make it pay here. Ball should be there and is there for Azuaga. Goes wide with it. Nice hands waiting for the captain, Lopera. Out it goes. Long legs of Juliana Soto up to the 22. Ball still available. Still 7 on 6. For the next few seconds at least, can Colombia get a try? It would be much deserved. They got one against Brazil yesterday. Brazil stealing the ball on the ground. Out it goes then to Luisa Campos. Campos, the captain for Brazil. Breaking the first tackle, tries the offload. That went forward into the waiting arms of Carmen Ibarra. No advantage coming, knock on. And Colombia will have the feed to the scrum.
Big sigh of relief for Colombia there, but Brazil, Marina Nicolau, how excellent was she at that breakdown, getting that steal.
My colleague knows, don't worry. It's back on. Time off.
And we see the captain there doing that just little test on the outside shoulder, puts the fend in, and then runs against the grain there. Campos there, just seeing how much of an overchase there was in defence. So hips completely turned, she cut against it. Good line of run.
There's the feed. Colombia. Brazil back to the full complement of 7 players, so Colombia unable to take advantage of the extra player. Can they keep possession here?
You put your hands on the ground.
Brazil hands on the ground. Otherwise, it would have been a decent steal from Talia da Silva Costa. He doesn't seem too much of the ball, unusual for her. Normally everywhere. Did that go forward? Referee hasn't seen it, but play continues. Colombia still with hands on the ball. Opportunity for the switch there. There was room on the inside, just didn't give it and has been bungled into touch.
Oh gosh, that's going to be hard to watch back in their review. They completely opened up. They dragged across the Brazilian link player. The winger was already there. Look, 2 players on her. She's done the hard work. She's pulled 2 players. If she could have just popped that ball up for a switch, they would have been in for a try.
Absolutely, it was on. Ball wasn't given though, and Mestre dumped into touch. Brazil line out. Still plenty of time for the Colombians. Brazil looking to put the nail in the coffin if they can get a third try here. Out it goes. Nice hands from Fioravante Costa, and away she goes. Well, I said she hasn't touched much of the ball, but Talia da Silva Costa, the pocket rocket, the flyer for Brazil, is going to get the try. That surely will seal victory. She had been quiet, she's not now.
Oh, she's such a game breaker for the Brazilian. She's been lighting up on the World Series. She's their go-to. For me, ultimate credit to a sevens player is someone that can create something out of nothing. And really there, defensively, okay, maybe gave her a little bit of an outside edge there. The Colombians, a bit naive to her pace, but they had a good shape. They came up together, they came connected. That's just a bit of individual brilliance. Look, absolutely backing herself. Loving the fact she's keeping the ball in two hands until the very moment she knows it's time to go. Put the burners on. She's gone.
37 tries on the Women's Sevens Series. One here today on day 2 of the Sevens World Cup in Cape Town. It was only a matter of time. Conversion's good, so 19 points to nil. Long way back now for Colombia. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. There's the take from Maribel Mestre. All at the base there from Valeria Munoz. Colombia going backwards though. Good strong tackle from Marcela Souza. Oh, terrible pass and a mistake as well. It's going to be a 5-meter scrum. She can't get the ball on them. It's taken back over. 5-meter scrum to Brazil and prime attacking position.
Time off.
Yeah, really good position now for Brazil. Great pressure. And you know what, for Colombia, when they would have seen that defensive line for Brazil, they were looking up for it. They were going to rush. You're actually better off looking at something, even like a box kick, just to be able to relieve the pressure rather than risking that pass back into the dead ball.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
There's the feed. Out it comes from Dos Santos Silva. It's gone wide. Talia Costa.
Do you know the name?
And it goes again to Lima. Already one try to her name, but she's tackled inside the 22. Penalty Brazil. Offside against Colombia. Got to be careful here. Brazil looking to take it quickly. That's the mark. Left they go. Dummy left and go right. The pass surely. It's a simple case of 3-on-2. Hands might do it. Not on this occasion. Ribeiro Furtado. Almost at the line. Desperate Colombian defence though, pushing them back towards the 5-meter line. Out it goes again, hands from Alves on the outside to Lima. Lima's too quick, and Brazil are in again.
Too quick, too strong. A really tall athlete, she can use those long rangy limbs to get that fend off. And again, you have to say Colombia didn't lose their shape. Look, if you're going to be picky, you say they're on the inside shoulder there. They pushed up hard, but again, just a bit of individual brilliance there from Lima. Just riding that tackle, look, pumping her legs. Such a strong athlete.
So there you go. Conversion, there's the angle. It just about creeps in the inside post. So extra 2 points from Leila Dos Santos Silva, and Brazil in control here. Challenge semi-final place up for grabs. 26 points to nil. Gave Ireland a right old scare yesterday. Just couldn't put a second half performance together. They've done that today. And Colombia, try as they might, yet to register a point. Not the best restart you're going to see this weekend. Colombia with one more chance to try and get a score on the board.
Yeah, just in case anyone's wondering, she wasn't looking for height. She was looking to dribble it across the ground to the 10, but not quite executed to the way she would have wanted.
It wasn't, but they managed to pounce on the loose ball here. Advantage being played, and Dos Santos Silva, out it goes to Marcela Souza. Souza's going to get there. It's a rout by the Brazilians. We're going to check this one just to make sure the grounding was okay. Looked okay from our angle. Let's just make sure that this one was okay. From our position, looked all right. Yeah, that looks all right from there.
Yeah, I think they were just checking to see whether the Colombian got her arm underneath that ball, because it does finish up top, but I definitely think there was contact before that point.
Might get a better angle from here.
Yeah, so we need to see that ball touching the grass. Oh, it's tricky, isn't it? It's got to be clear.
Yeah. You can't tell from there. If you can't see it, you can't give it.
Yeah. The incredible effort from Mestre, the Colombian, if she does save this. Okay, so arm underneath there. We can't see any contact with the ground.
Eki,
Yeah.
another decision. The ball is held up. No
Wow.
try.
There you go. Superb tackle.
I think that it's high tackle by yellow. So for me, it's penalty try.
Well, there you go. High tackle penalty try. Unusual.
Yeah, I haven't seen many of them before. That's a shame for Colombia, because I think that was a valid effort in defence.
Well, there you go. 33 points on the board. It has been a tough first outing for the Colombians. Last 20 seconds here. And one last chance to try and get off the mark. Good strong carry from Carmen Ibarra. 3 on this near side. It's gone wide. There's the full-time hooter. Ball's gone loose.
Rolling.
Quick tap. Trying to bring play towards the 10-metre line. Sarah Flores, but the ball available still on the left-hand side. Taking it almost a standing start by Alvarez. Good tackle. Alvarez back on her feet. Released the ball. Entitled to do that. Just over halfway.
Tackle, wide release.
Nice wrap and loop there from Colombia. Mija gives it back to Carmen Ibarra. And over the ball, Costa is on her feet, titled to play a penalty. Brazil have it. And they're going to continue to play here. Costa. Just drifting. Melina Ribeiro, Furtado. Referee's arm is out. There is the full-time whistle. So Brazil very comfortable in the end against Colombia in the South American derby. Through to the semi-final of the Challenge Series. They've won by 33 points to 0.